Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 17th, 2024. The time is 4:10 p.m. And I'm calling the Board of Estimate and Contract meeting into order. We will do the roll call. And then following the roll call, we will have the bid opening for the removal and disposal of construction and demolition or C&D debris from the 33 Canal Street trash yard. And call the roll.
Notice. Good afternoon. This is the Board of Estimate and Contract meeting, scheduled today, Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 4 p.m. We are located here in the mayor's office, at City Hall. We are here for the bid opening for the removal and disposal of construction and demolition C&D debris at 33 Canal Street trash yard and any such business. This was published on our city page, the Facebook, Rotunda, and the Journal News. The bid was also published in the Journal News on January 14th, 2026 for opening today, February 17th, 2026. On to roll call, Controller Morton. Here. Council President Thompson.
Here.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Here. We proceed with the bid opening.
All right, I'm opening the bid for Suburban Carting Company. Oh, we should start at the top. Okay, well, I'll start with PCI Industries Corporation. Oh, sorry. I should announce the bid is for removal and disposal of construction and demolition debris. 33 Canal Street trash yard. Review. Okay. So the deposit. First. Oh, go find the deposit quick. Yeah. There should be six out. Should just be like an executive summary. To the bag. Okay, looks like the total. You would just find bid and to do the removal.
2 million.
$2,370,000. And then the big deposit.
We'll confirm. And then it'll be on file.
That was for PCI.
Yeah. 2,370,000 even.
For PCI Industries Corp. Okay. All right, moving on to Suburban Carting Corporation.
Survival rating is the bid deposit for this required to be 5 or 10%. 5.
Suburban Carting. Okay. Right, the bond amount. It says 5% of amount of bid is that's the bond amount. And the total bid from Suburban Carting Corp. is $618,750 even. Incredibly, I think that's pretty low. They made an error in their calculation. Oh, okay, never mind, no. U.S. Specialty Insurance Company statutory statement of admin assets. Total admin, okay, no, that's their admin
Yeah, no.
asset. That's not their bid.
That seems to be what their bid is. $618,750. Yeah.
18,000.
Yeah, so that is,
18750.
for line item number one, debris removal and disposal. And they
Then-
did not bid on all aspects. They did not bid on item number four, item number five. And they indicate that item six, seven, and two are inclusive in their bid amount for item one, which was again $618,750.
However, you see, this is separate, that they're saying that you're in charge 175.
And item number, I thank you. Item number three for screening and processing of debris is $175 per hour.
A no number of hours.
Okay. That seems less than helpful, but. Bid or we're not gonna bid.
Yep.
You follow right proper. None of that.
So
Okay.
can we move on to online submissions?
I'm sorry?
The online submissions, I think there's two there. I have,
you have physically?
That's all I have physically, yes.
Okay.
with your permission. So on OpenGov, we have, the project was viewed 470 times. We had 18 downloads. There were 10 applicants, 3 no bids, and 2 complete submissions OpenGov. So we'll be open 2 submissions. Give me 1 second while I unseal it.
Did you, I'm sorry, say your name and your position. so-
Sorry, my name is Camilo Simon. I am the procurement and purchasing manager for the city of Mount Vernon. I am unsealing the virtual bids for the removal and disposal of construction, demolition, C and D debris, 33 Canal Street, yards. All right, our first submission is AAA Carting Rubbish and Removal Inc. Their response. Their total response is $1,537,500.
$1,500,000.
37.
37.
So
100.
1,537,500.00. And that was for AAA Carting and Rubbish Removal Inc.
And that's a full bid and not a partial bid.
Right now,
Just making sure it's covering all of the areas.
together. Point looks like they built for the whole time. There.
Yeah.
Full bid.
Thank you.
We're gonna move on to West Shore Trucking. So West Shore Trucking bid was $752,000. They chose to bid 752, 000.00. They bid,
Also.
yeah, they bid on the first, the removal, and then they did $2,000 per load on the second line, transportation hauling. And that concludes the online bids.
So just to recap, PCI Industries, $2,370,000, full bid. Suburban Carting Corporation, $618,750, and that was for removal, and then $175 per hour for, I guess, the carting. Then we received
Well, 175 an hour.
$175 an hour. But it doesn't have any estimate as to how many hours. Then we have AAA carting and rubbish removal for a bid of $1,537,500. And it says it's for the entire job. And then we have West Shore Trucking for $752,000 flat for removal of debris. But then it will be $2,000 per load for transportation and hauling. Does that sound like the summary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I guess from here, people, W take it and take a deeper dive into the bids and do comparables and see what we're looking at. And I know the city, it's not just lowest bid, but it is kind of best value. So I want to make sure that we're looking at what the scope of the work is and that the bid matches the scope, the capacity to carry it out. So we'll wait for DPW to bring back to us your choice. Thank you. We could now transition into our regular meeting.
We are moving on to the meeting agenda for tonight. Under resolutions approving ordinances, item number 1, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending chapter 140, garbage, rubbish, and refuse. Article 1, garbage and rubbish collection, section 140-6, entitled Penalties for Offenses of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Holy Ghost.
Comptroller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 2, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending chapter 140-24 of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon relating to unauthorized dumping fines.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Comptroller Morton, Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 3, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending Article 1, Preservation of Good Order, Chapter 191, Peace and Good Order, Section 191-3D, littering, fine of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon to revise the fine schedule for littering violations.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 4, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending Article 8, Street and Sidewalk Obstructions, Section 227-38, Permit Required, Exception, Penalty Provision Added of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 5, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending Chapter 227, Section 227-55 of the Code of the City of Mount Vernon, driving vehicles over sidewalks, added penalty provision.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton, Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 6, Department of Public Works, an ordinance amending Chapter 227, Section 227-56 of the City Code of the City of Mount Vernon, entitled Removal of Snow and Ice.
So move. Second.
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton, Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 7, Real Estate Committee, an ordinance rescinding the recommendation for the sale of certain city-owned property located at 328 South First Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, parcel ID 169.31.3120.01.
So move. Second.
On the question?
So this item is coming back once again, because, as we continue to affect the system, we move to do some things a little bit more electronically and communication, with folks as well, on the process. And in doing it, reviewing, making sure that everything was done right, we realized that there were some, errors, that happened in the process. And so keeping true to the process and the integrity of the process. We now have to rescind what was previously recommended to the city council. And to award it to the individual who actually was the highest bidder submission based upon the established rules that had been laid out. So that's the reason why this item is coming before you again.
Roll call.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 8, Real Estate Committee, an ordinance authorizing the sale and conveyance of city-owned property located at 328 South First Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York, parcel ID 169.31.3120.01.
So move.
Second.
On the questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 9, City Council, a local law authorizing the amendment of the city charter regarding budget schedule.
So move.
Second.
On the question? So on the question, this is an amendment and we had our local law hearing, as well. We're not looking to push back the date of the budget being adopted. We're just trying to make it be clear, that we will submit to the Board of Estimate a draft annual estimate. So we're changing that language and making it clear that it's a draft annual estimate. And we'll be asking for input from the Comptroller's Office and the City Council, written input from the Comptroller's Office and all City Council upon a date certain. And then the Comptroller's Office will review and provide all fiscal statements by October 15th. And the City Council and the Comptroller and the City Council Finance Committee shall submit written comments and recommendations And then, you know, it just gives the schedule going from there insofar as public hearings. But we added that step because we wanted to make sure that the city council had an opportunity to provide written documents or written comments on the budget before we even take it to the first Board of Estimate public budget hearing, just to make it smooth. And then also, you know, we've said in the past, honestly, that the budget becomes this very political weapon, because while you're still in the process of developing it and still trying to get your numbers together, when you have to release a number, a percentage, a potential percentage increase, that becomes more of the topic of discussion as opposed to the budget itself. And we're still working it through. So we just added some more clear definitions and dates to move this through the process for adoption, and adoption clearly no later. Hold on. You know, that we're looking to have the budget adopted within, at minimum, 2 weeks before the calendar year's over, so we can have adequate time to go out and the tax bills be sent out. So that's what this was about. Roll call.
Okay, all right, so I see that, so October 15th, the comptroller is to give public statements detailing the reserves, which is something that already was kind of established, right?
Mhm.
So now adding the health and dental, retirement pension obligations. Any other necessary things, okay, so such things as debt service
Mhm.
stuff. On that, okay. Now, understanding that these are just the fiscal, right, impact items, right?
Right.
To what is being proposed as the draft. And recommendations as to, guess that's based upon budget to actuals.
Yes.
So, all right, so the only other thing, for me, that, be honest, I just have always kind of thought that the date of adoption is a little too late. But we can deal with that later, I guess, try to move some of this. And the only reason I say that is because if the council is having their public hearing no later than December 5th, and then I guess within 7 days, which means if you add that number to that, that's about the 12th, right? Which means that you basically give roughly 19 days for the preparation of bills for, right? For the assessor to do it if she needs to do, to then present to the finance department the actual, the file, the tax file, to then get the bills out. And what we found even in recent years, but even more so this year, is that we started getting complaints, of course, from our taxpayers that the bill doesn't get to them until like the second week or so of January, and then it's due by January 31st. So we may have to just, as we move forward, I mean, this is a good first step to at least provide necessary financial information. But from a time frame perspective, you know, we may need to revisit it and look to see how we push it a little bit more, you know, forward, in some way. And that may, you know, just so that we can get preparation, or, you know, we start to change when, I guess, the bill is due, but then that may run
Pushes.
into a cash
Cash flow.
flow issue, but nevertheless. But, okay.
Okay. All right, roll call.
Joe Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Pettis Howard.
Aye.
Item number 10. Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the transfer and consolidation of one senior account clerk position and one secretary position into the title of Assistant Commissioner of Public Works, amending the 2026 fiscal year salary schedule and granting a leave of absence.
So move.
Second.
On the question,
So on the question, so this is a consolidation of duties,
yes,
for, assuming greater efficiency.
greater efficiency and really greater responsibility. You know, we've been looking, not everything with the secretary is just about writing memos and answering phones, right? We don't really have Gal Fridays anymore in the building, and we have a senior account clerk who is dealing with all of the financial management, but also dealing with a lot of the contracts and the grants that are in DPW. And thus that person has much more responsibility other than just account, what do you call that, APs or accounts payables is traditionally, they're working on a lot of the preparation of financial reports for the Department of Environmental Conservation, for the Environmental Facilities Corporation. We know there are about $185 million in grants going through the DPW, and they're going through DPW right now. And so that account clerk is doing the traditional job, plus, like I said, a lot of the financial reporting and management, a lot of the preparation of the documents that come before the Board of Estimate for reimbursement from the state and for payment to the vendors, which is just way above and beyond what the job has traditionally been. We do have an empty secretary position, and instead of just going and doing the same thing that we've always done, this is an opportunity to consolidate that position. We have a person in that position right now, has a master's degree in business administration, who also has a master's degree and a certificate in emergency management. And we know that a lot of the work that we're doing through FEMA, oftentimes around storm repair and recovery in partnership with the OEM, a lot of that accounting work and that financial work and that tracking work is coming out of DPW as well. And so this just made more sense to consolidate this position and still save money in salary as well as save money in benefits, retirement, and medical.
Okay, so a few questions. So one is, so then I guess just want to make sure that, you get doing away with the clerical piece of it because of, I guess, modern operation.
Mhm.
Just making sure that, we're not gonna revert back in the few. We're gonna need somebody. So who's picking up the actual clerical pieces? Because this person's not gonna do that in this new role, because now you've expanded it, right? So what's the mechanism for like the clerical kind of things that, or, front-facing things that were being done in the department?
I mean, you still have a principal clerk in the office. You have other office staff. I mean, there's not a switchboard, so everyone gets the calls directly to their phone. No one's manning the phone or answering the emails. It's the function has just played out of that position.
Okay. And my last question is, see with the salary, is two things actually. One is, just going forward, let's do away with this dollar. Right? No longer, because especially if you're really getting rid of these positions, then it just,
So,
you're defunding them. So they just need to go away. It's not, that's why I asked the question about coming back. Because once you put a dollar, to me, it says
Potentially come back.
potentially we're looking at funding it again somewhere. I mean, the other thing is that, you know, the salary that is placed here is, yeah, on the grid, on this grade, right? But it's on the grade at the seventh step, right? And what I'm trying to figure out is currently, because the consolidation is senior account clerk and the secretary and senior account clerk, then I guess being appointed into this position because you're consolidated, right?
Mhm.
So what grade and step is the senior account clerk at? And I asked that question because there's this process of how you determine what the salary is of that person that's promoted. And I just want to make sure we're in line, we don't have a union issue. And I'm saying this to this body because I have said this to the commissioner, right? Prior to that, to make sure that all of those little nuances are taken care of, because then my office ends up having to have a problem or work through a problem later on the backside. Do we know?
I can always call HR down. So if you want to hold this and go back to it, we can call HR down.
Well, no, well, yeah. I mean, all I just need to know is what the grade and step is of the current. Yes.
I mean,
And it may have been, and I'm just gonna be clear, right? It may have been a discussion and already worked it out. I just want to make sure before I move.
so we'll hold this. Let me see, because we need to see if 11A step 4. Okay, thank you. So Commissioner Bush actually is watching and he said CSEA and civil service are aware. So we went through CSE, civil service already adopted the position. The position was graded in partnership with HR, and the conversation has been had also with CSEA. So those are the steps that you're usually concerned about, whether or not this is something the union is fighting. It's not an arbitrary salary. It was graded, it was accepted by civil service and voted on based on the job specs and the needs. It was graded by HR based on the qualifications and experience and job duties that was listed in the civil service. And the conversation was had with CSEA around this new position.
Understandable. And none of that am I doubting. I get all that. As to where the grade is, I'm just as commissioners, if he's watching those, I'm questioning the placement of the grade and not the, of the step.
Mhm.
Right? And the process for that. And again, education, experience, all helps to kind of dictate that, right? As to what is the recommended, and then it's always the discussion with the union. So if you're saying that the union has been consulted, the union's okay, and doesn't have any complaints about where this person is in their union, right? Because this position is still gonna be union, right? Is being placed, then okay, but all right, I hear you.
So do you want to move it forward? You want to
I
hold it?
don't have a, I mean,
Okay.
I don't have an issue.
I just wanted to make sure your questions were answered. We're on the question. Okay, so roll call?
Controller Morton,
Abstain, and I'm standing on, I hear what the mayor's saying, I hear what the commissioner's saying. I've not had that conversation with the union, and this always becomes this thing where I then get an email from their rep afterwards about it, so I just put on, so I'm gonna abstain.
Okay.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 11, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the transfer of one enforcement officer position to the title of Code Enforcement Coordinator within the Department of Public Works, approving a budget transfer, amending the 2026 fiscal year salary schedule, and granting a leave of absence.
So move.
Second.
On the question. This is a
So it's coming back.
$1,500. No, this was different.
It's a different one.
This is different. So this right here is we currently have a code enforcement officer that is in this position and is doing code enforcement. This person is now being renamed to the Code Enforcement Coordinator. One of the responsibility that has been added to this position that is not usually in the code enforcement officer is this is the person that has to go to court and be in court. And so thus the coordinator, but will still provide all of the code enforcement responsibilities as well. I believe it is a 1586.25 is the differential in pay. And this conversation has also been had with Teamsters. No, this is a CSEA or Teamsters. This is CSEA as well. So we've added to the responsibilities now that the court is requiring for us to be there for all of these things. They have additional court representation responsibilities. Roll call is on anything else on the question? Okay, roll call?
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Okay. Under resolution seeking approval and under the austerity budget, item number 12, Department of Buildings, a resolution authorizing payment for the NYSBOC annual membership and conference training for 14 code enforcement officers.
So move.
Second.
On the question, this is the annual required compliance conference that has to be attended by all code enforcement officers. Here in Mount Vernon, we kind of differentiate between a code enforcement officer, a housing inspector, an elevator inspector, a fire inspector. Based on New York State, they're all the same. And so that's why there are so many of them. We don't have 14 code enforcement officers, but we do have 14 inspectors of different types that are working through the building department and the fire department. This is a 2-day required training in order for them to keep their code inspectors certification. And so they will, this is their major annual conference that they're required to attend. And, you know, it was also part of the findings that we had when we asked the Department of State to come down and audit our department. This is one of the things that they noted is that we were not providing regular training and our people were not getting their continuing education units for their certifications. Anything else on the question? So this money is, yeah, all of this, of course, is coming out of the austerity budget. You know, again, if we're going to run a building department, these are definitely required courses that they have to attend, and the total cost is a little less than $5,000, $4,900. This training is so important that we had a meeting scheduled with the State Department of State that we had to move so that all of our staff could attend this training, and we've moved our meeting with them off to March. So roll call?
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 13, under retainer from the law department, authorization to retain the firm of Arsena Risk Group to assist the city in locating documentation of historical insurance coverage response.
So move.
On the question,
Well, we would like to go into the executive session.
okay, can we have a motion for executive session?
I didn't want to talk about specific cases. No, I'm
Oh,
not specific cases, just, so I don't know if I need this specifics around specific
Okay.
cases. I'm just-
So just generally,
Yeah.
our outside counsel is, actually working on a specific case. Given the age of the case and the potential exposure in the case, they're recommending that we hire a firm who has significant expertise in discovering historical insurance policies and then advocating for coverage.
Okay. All right, okay, because it is the historic, perspective of it, needing extra, okay, got it. All right, that's it, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. No, that's fine. That's good.
Oh,
I'm here for you.
all righty, roll call.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Pedersen Howard.
Aye.
Okay, under tax review settlements, item number 14, resolution for tax settlement for Fulton Miller LLC, 705 Fulton Avenue South.
Can you kind of take the tax settlements together? No? Okay. They're gonna be separate then. Huh?
So move.
Will you?
For number 14.
Are you joking or, okay, there's a special nature to, okay, okay. So we're gonna take them separately. You can see.
This is item number 14, Controller Morton.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
No, you
One
gotta-
question.
Item number one.
We're not on the question or anything, right?
Oh, we're not.
I just moved it.
You moved, oh, all right. Okay.
Second, okay, on the question.
Okay. So on the question, it says the correct amount is $12,444 and 67 cents.
Yes. Looks at the calculation, that's in the packet, it looks like it used the assessed value and not production amount.
So then the refund is 12,000 what?
12,000.
$444 dollars and 67 cents. So that's
Yeah.
a difference of $18,033 and 1 cent.
Oh, for that?
But where's the 30? Thanks. So I'm looking here. I see 12,444,
Yeah, it's about.
67.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the 30?
Full.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out I'm looking at the agenda item. On the what?
Granicus has 30,477,068 cents.
Right. In the document in front of us, though.
It has the 12,444.
44.67.
Right.
The actual agenda item.
So the correct amount is the 12,000. So we just wanted to make sure we're voting on the right amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Granicus, you mean in just the amount, not in the resolution.
Correct.
Well, the resolution that was on Granicus still has it at 30,000.
So it's just the amount that's corrected.
They updated Prior.
This is just a city refund, looks like, based on the table, or is it just in the resolution, we just included the city?
Close to.
Thinking it's just a city, right? We haven't done, that's what we typically do.
About. It's just the city.
Okay. Yes. So what was so you read, clerk, you read 12 or 30?
12.
Good. I'm seeing 12.
We're not right. So just correct it.
He corrected it in the updated.
Yes, so in the legislation is $12,444.67.
Okay.
Roll call?
Controller Morton? Aye.
Council President Thompson?
On the 12, balance.
12,000. Four,
7, 9.
7.
All right, very good. That was good.
Aye.
Hey, Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 15. Resolution for tax settlement for Fulton Miller LLC, 108 Miller Place for $2,497.94.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, you.
On the question?
On the question, this is a adjustment as well. So here inside it says $2,497.94, but the total is $1,020.29.
So we're making the correction for $1,020.29. If there's nothing else. Roll call?
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number 16, resolution for tax settlement for Grand Gardens Apartment Corp., 61 Grand Street for $92,268.29.
So moved.
Second.
On the question?
On the question, this one is actually right.
Okay, so roll call?
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item number
17 and 18, right? Can we take these two together?
Okay.
18? You mean, no, 17 is the only last?
17 and 18.
Yeah, we got an 18. too.
We have an 18.
It's been added.
Correct, yes.
Well, 18 is not right. I'm sorry. My bad. 18 is right. Yes, 18 is right.
13,000.
Yeah, 18, they're both right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take them both together.
Roll call on the,
Okay, so this is a motion to take items 17 and 18 as a block vote. Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
aye.
Okay, item number 17, resolution for tax settlement for 12 to 14 Mount Vernon LLC, 12-14 South Fourth Avenue for $6,041.36. Item number 18, amended resolution for tax settlement for AMC Realty Group, Inc. at 74 McQuestion Parkway South for $13,791.
So moved.
Second.
On the question?
Just on the question, I mean, it appears based on my quick readings, right, that all of this is the city, but just, if it's not, then we just want to make sure we spell out what it belongs to the county, what belongs to the school. Because we also trying to work out some stuff with the county as to who pays these refunds. And if the city is going to be responsible for paying the refunds that's even related to the county, that we have to have a mechanism in place for us to
Reimburse.
that
money
money
from the
that has
county.
paid to them. Right now, there seems to be nothing, no mechanism in place, so.
Okay, Paul?
Controller Morton,
All right,
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Item under salary resolutions, item number 19.
Take the four? Oh, well, we might have to hold because you abstained on one, right? So can we take,
Wait a minute, I was.
just go on individually, because I don't know how to intertwine them.
Reading separately.
Just going separately.
Okay. Item number 19 on the salary resolutions, salary resolution number 1, minimum, maximum for code enforcement officer and assistant commissioner for public works.
So move.
second.
One question,
uh,
I don't think,
It's setting, max min,
okay,
right, which was done by human resources. The evaluation
mhm.
and the recommendation of the max min, okay.
Okay, roll call. Then can we take them all? Well, I guess we'll do this one and then we'll put the other three together.
Yeah, this is just setting the salary, grades.
Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye. Can we make a motion to take 20, 21, and 22 down? Or are these not max mins? Okay, these are not max mins, these are,
Yeah,
The actual ones.
These are one in there that I think was held.
MEO. Administrative assistant. Code enforcement coordinator, none of these
Yeah,
are.
this one reads okay. So yeah, again, this is the updated.
Mhm.
Okay,
Just so you could see it.
okay. I'm just saying.
20, no, I want you to
I
have the
got it.
right one.
I got it. My grade is done earlier
Mhm.
than the day of, so these day of the dates. Okay, go ahead.
So this is a motion to take 20, 21, and 22 as a block vote.
Mhm.
Controller Morton,
Man, I'm gonna say we take 20, 21, as a block.
Did I second?
So move.
Second.
okay. Controller Morton,
Aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard.
Aye.
Okay.
Our goal is just to confuse you today, George. You're doing good, you keep.
Just a little curveball, that's. Item number 20, salary resolution number 4, all positions for Deputy Commissioner of Public Works, Administration, Senior Account Clerk, Assistant Commissioner of Public Works, and Code Enforcement Officer, Code Enforcement Coordinator. Item number 21, salary resolution number 9, all positions, motor equipment operator, tree trimmer within the Department of Public Works. Item number 22, salary resolution number 14, all positions, secretary, administrative assistant within the Department of Public Works.
Move.
Second.
On the question?
Question, but I probably should have made us take it separately, but nevertheless, I'm okay. And mainly because, we got $1 in here that I have voiced concern about. And we also have the setting of the
Go ahead.
Roll call?
Daniel wasn't on. Still held from the last one. We have the sound resolution, but not the rest of this.
That was the one that.
It was, we needed the salary resolution.
We held the position, right?
Right.
So,
This is in the bed.
So we're holding out number 21?
well, no, well, the problem is that we can do the salary resolution, but now the position,
Do we need to add that
the
on?
position should have been on this agenda too.
Should we add the position onto the agenda? I mean, since it was only pulled off because it wasn't like there was an issue with the position. We didn't vote on the position because we hadn't done the salary resolution.
Position, the approval of the position, was held because the salary resolution,
So if we would have approved the position, we would have had the position, but we would have had anywhere to pay them from. So now we're approving the salary, but
And then do the salary
well,
resolution.
we usually do them at the same time.
well, you couldn't know because the problem is that, yeah, you could do that when you have not a person, but the issue at hand was that
A person is there.
So therefore, if you basically got rid of a position, creating a position, but had no salary for the created position, can't do that. So.
So can we add,
Can't put a person in a position with no salary. And
Correct,
right?
correct.
So can we add the item from the last meeting? Can we bring that back? We just do that now, or are we gonna have to wait another 2 weeks? We can add it on the floor.
No, I understand. Do you have the item or do we have to go ask Dion to pull it up and do all that? And that's gonna take some time.
I can.
We can pull it up.
Okay, go on.
It is.
Went from this is the February 3rd.
This was.
It's too late already. I'm trying to.
Tell me.
This was the title change for Mr. Kenneth McBride.
513.
So
We can vote on this and we can
we can add that.
we can vote on this piece and for the resolution for the salary, and then we can go vote on that position.
TMP next year before.
What happened?
So we can add it. We're just voting right now on these.
Okay,
Okay, so
Yeah.
roll call.
Controller Morton,
I'm gonna abstain only because of what I just said, those items, and they all came together.
Okay.
Council President Thompson, Mayor Pettis Howard.
Aye.
Okay. And now this is moving on to an add-on, so it'll be number 23. And it is the Department of Public Works ordinance authorizing a title change for Mr. Kenneth McBride from motor equipment operator to tree trimmer with the Department of Public Works.
So moved.
Second,
On the question? Hearing none, roll call.
Controller Morton,
aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson Howard,
Aye.
and that concludes our agenda.
So we're leaving, I know there were quite a few and we didn't go into detail, and I'm not going into detail now, but in the beginning of the meeting, at the beginning of the agenda, there were quite a few ordinances or code amendments talking about fines and penalties for different offenses. These had like wide-ranging fines and penalties. They weren't clear. And so we're just hearing them right now. First offense, second offense, third offense, for everything from littering to not removing your snow to not dealing with your garbage receptacles properly. So that we could properly enforce the rules. Everyone wants us to create new rules, but we need to make sure that the rules are properly listed with proper fine schedules so that we can properly enforce them. And this is something we will probably put in a one-pager and send out with like the water bill or the tax bill so that everyone can have the details to them and it makes sense. Okay, that's all.
I could use that because I definitely put asterisks on it because lawyers know Or no?
Is there anything else? Do we have a
I
motion?
move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second,
Okay, roll call?
Controller Morton,
aye.
Council President Thompson,
Aye.
Mayor Patterson.
Aye. Meeting was adjourned